Hey y'all, what's going on? Peace be multiplied. This is the OTR Reverend, or the Over the Road Reverend. Just checking in with you, seeing how you all doing, seeing what's going on. This is a new channel for me, a new experience, and gonna just kind of talk about, whatever comes to mind. I'm a driver, been driving about 8 years. Started over the road, as most of us have to do. And now I'm doing like local stuff, you know what I mean? Getting ready to make some shifts. One thing I will say, I've noticed that there's been some significant changes in the industry. I mean, it's changing to an industry where it's really making it difficult for an owner operator. A lot of things that are happening. They have a lot of these lease purchase options. A lot of companies are doing that, and I guess that's a viable option if you have a concrete plan of action. And I'll say this: if I'm doing a lease purchase, I have to have a maintenance plan. You know what I mean? And if I'm just gonna sign on with a carrier with my own truck, you know what I mean? I need to understand and have an understanding with that carrier that if I have an issue with my equipment, whether my equipment breaks down, be it an airline, be it a flat, a turbocharger, turbo goes out, whatever, I need to have an understanding, and I need to know and be confident in the fact that the company that I'm with is willing to front me the money or advance me the money, so to speak, to get my equipment up and running so I can keep rolling. You know what I mean? Whether you say, hey, you pay it back a couple $100, every settlement, or we gonna take one part, or we're gonna split it in half. I mean, whatever you got to do, but I need a company that's gonna be willing to work with me, that's gonna be saying, hey, you know what, your drivers are our number one priority, next to making sure the customers are satisfied. So, whatever we have to do to keep you guys running within reason, talking about the owner operators, I'm willing to do that. So that's kind of been some of my thoughts. Just lease purchase is not something that I'm going to do, but again, like I said, if it's a viable option for you, then you kind of got to do what you have to do. You know what I mean? And one thing about it is, it's better to have, Shakespeare said, it's better to love than who had not loved at all. Rather, it's better to have loved than lost. That's it. Rather than to have not loved at all. And I think if you try to lease purchase and it's not as successful as you would desire for it to be, I think it still can be categorized as being successful, because it's a learning experience. It's another notch under your belt. You know what I mean? But some things, we don't have to learn the hard way. You know what I mean? Sometimes we learn certain things the hard way, as opposed to gaining experience from somebody else's mistakes. You have some other people who have gone certain routes and made certain decisions, and it didn't work out for them. So when you try it, it's like you really have a better or level playing ground where you can kind of judge, is this a good decision for me, or is it not a good decision for me? Because I've had so many that have gone before me and have done this. So now I can kind of gauge according to their experience. If anybody hears what I'm saying, anybody with me, following me, according to their experience, gauging what they've experienced and what they've gone through, is this a good decision for me? Is this a good fit for me? Another thing that I think about when we're talking about lease purchasing and things like that is the fact that a lot of times the lease purchase could be a good deal for you, but that company might not be a good fit for you. So now if this company's not a good fit for you, now you a lot of times you're stuck and you can't move the truck around. The truck has to stay with the company. So if you don't have a thing where you got to walk away lease, it can be all kind of trouble, all kind of headaches and things associated with it. But yeah, I'm just enjoying this beautiful day. For the record, I'm from Chicago, Illinois. just checking in with you guys. And I know I made a few mistakes as far as in maybe not pronouncing certain things all the way correctly or mixing some words up, but hey, that's life, and that's why they put erasers on pencils, right? You know, so yeah, I'm just enjoying this beautiful day again in Chicago. Not too chilly, not too, you know, crazy out here yet. It's kind of packed in this parking lot. I'm over here on Pulaski and Roosevelt. So for all my Chicago folks that know anything about this area, I'm at this salon. It's a salon in here, a wig place and Subway and beauty center and Hooks, and you know, over here by El Gran Burrito. Y'all know about that. But yeah, I'm gonna let you all go. This is the OTR Reverend, the Over the Road Reverend, just checking in with you, getting ready to check out. Want you to have a peaceful day, a productive day, and remember, peace be multiplied. Bless you. I'm out.